There is growing discontent in the Green movement. Many current and former members of the Greens are concerned about rising emissions and also about the opposition to nuclear power. They say everything should be on the table. But Anthony Albanese, Chris Bowen and the Greens leader Adam Bandt won't play ball because they're fiercely against nuclear power, even though nuclear is one of the best ways to reduce emissions. Well, now a former Greens candidate and staffer is stepping forward. His name is Tyrone D'Lisle. He now runs a group called WePlanet Australia. He's a former Greens candidate and he's on the line. Tyrone, good morning to you.
Good morning, Ben.
So you don't support the Greens' position on nuclear?
I think the Greens' current position on nuclear energy is an outdated one. It holds views from a time in the past where people had concerns around nuclear weapons, and there were legitimate concerns about early civilian nuclear industry, which often had some lax standards. But that has changed, and we need to update our views because the threat of climate change is ever present, and we need to get on with building clean energy.
And if their main motivation is reducing emissions and looking after the planet, why not go nuclear?
Well, that's exactly it. Nuclear has a small land footprint, much smaller than other sources of energy. In fact, it's the smallest. So if you're concerned about clearing of land, if you're concerned about community impacts, including Indigenous land rights, then nuclear fits the bill. The Greens have a membership-driven policy position, so it's not up to the leader, Adam Bandt, it's up to members, and we have members in WePlanet who are also members of the Greens pushing inside the party to change the policy.
What's the reaction been inside the Greens to the position you've taken?
Well, there is some hostility. There are obviously gatekeepers to what it means to be an environmentalist, what it means to be green. So we have some challenges, but there is a growing number of people who are reviewing the risk of climate change and reviewing the information about nuclear energy and changing their position.
I know that Adam Bandt is good at saying no to things, but has he got any ideas? I mean, we've had a couple of days now of people in New South Wales being told, look, we've got to turn the dishwasher off, turn the washing machine off. We had trains running yesterday 10 Ks slower than normal to conserve energy. What bright ideas has Adam Bandt got to fix the issue?
Oh, look, I think that really is a question for him, but I do think that we need to continue to build renewable energy to replace our ageing coal fleet. We saw a number of coal units off yesterday. But what we need to have is reliable energy that we can call on when required, and you just can't do that with variable sources like wind and solar. So that's why WePlanet's position is that we need dispatchable energy like nuclear energy to complement that mix.
We can only hope that the likes of Adam Bandt and Anthony Albanese and Chris Bowen are listening, and we'll wait and see. We appreciate you jumping on the line and sharing your view.
No worries. Thank you, Ben.
Thank you very much. Tyrone D'Lisle, former Greens candidate and staffer, saying we need to go nuclear. How's that going to go down in the Greens?